This is something I forget.
At the temple. The tallest mountain in Bali is Mount Agung. Okay, good. We weren't sure. Okay, very important. How is the house?
I'm gonna send him the playlist. Yeah, here, and we have to wait a little bit and.
So it comes out here?
Yeah, you need.
It should come out pretty good.
Quality life.
It's close to France, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I heard that people in France go to Spain for their groceries.
It's very nice because in 20 minutes. That says something.
That could be a record.
I don't like their beach. I mean, I would only go for beach. The restaurants are good.
Exactly, yeah. So, but you're right, you can do it, but it's harder. Depending on your vibe, it's harder.
And let's hope that
Of computer science
Oh, cool.
and data science, sorry, and statistical learning. A company that is, you know, who is Andrew and Jim? Do you know who is Andrew?
Bias and fairness and transparency when you're building your model.
With computer networks, so
Yeah.
it's like there is no
computer network?
of the entire system. But yeah, like I'm doing the complete life cycle. Internet you have protocol.
Okay.
There is a other protocol to.
I'm whatever's happening. I'm here.
But this one is not that liquid.
I feel like Shakira would
Wow!
fit in.
Wow!
It's not that liquid.
Everyone Ubud is trying to look like Shakira, actually.
It looks like clouds, like a tempest. show my IKEA.
Such a good prop. Like.
I came prepared.
Little bit difficult, and then sometimes we also use this. Ada kira nak sana? We put in the middle is the smooth one, and the texture is outside. Yeah. I'm Christine. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? France. Ah, bonjour. Ça va?
Wow.
This one is for the and you can put the two crossing like this. Prince chana, you can say this is the most important. Flower, I mean like all the important parts. And this one we call porosan, and this is as a symbol of God.
That's why sometimes we only see a leaf like this.
Yes, only the leaves sometimes. Yeah, various kinds of offerings, like thousands of them.
Okay. Here? Or more?
Do you want a picture, sir?
Too much. No problem. Okay, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
So we have like two texture.
The inside
Inside,
and the
yeah,
top, right?
the outside.
On the top.
Yes, on the top. Curious. This one on the top. Like the dish. Dan tu asyik cepat-cepat nak. So nak ada like this. Oh yes. Here. Oh yeah. Nasi. In the bottom, and then afterwards, mek jo barak mek tidur mek ah.
Also, you need to go
This one, the tray, is represent and then west and then east. Yeah, that's what I learned. This is like the example. Yes. This is the south. Yeah. This is here. Yeah. Let's try to make from the beginning. How do you do that? Yeah. So yes. And then I will take the blue on the right. And purple on the left.
Blue on the right.
Like this.
Oui.
Okay.
I cannot send this to my mom. She's Catholic.
Like at the kitchen, on the top of rice, is a
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. And
Super. Et t'es allé faire quoi en Argentine?
j'ai appris à faire.
Oh, you want to be in the video?
yes.
Korean heart.
When did you start your YouTube channel?
So when I started my digital nomad journey, I was like, when? Because I knew that I'm not gonna do this my whole life. I know like this is a very unique and valuable time of my life that I will be traveling and meeting a lot of people and experiencing a lot of stuff. So I was like, I want to record it, to remember and to honor this journey. I like it because, so I've been to Japan 6 months ago, and just now I started like editing the vlogs, and it's so nice because like I forgot about it a little bit. So like I feel like I'm like traveling again, remembering.